Okay, so what we're going to do here is take a look at a sample export sheet that might be something similar to you see when you export the attendance from Canvas. Here we have just made up students, so we don't have to worry about revealing student names or their attendance. But we have a sheet that in this case is very short. Yours is probably much longer. Has the course ID number, the SIS course ID, the course name, the course code, the course name, the teacher ID, teacher name, student ID number, student name, class date, attendance, and timestamp. So of course in this case, all we have for the class date are hash marks because the material in the cell is larger than the cell size. So if I want to, I can just go up here and double click on the barrier between those two cells, and it'll make it large enough to fit all that material in. But what we have here, and this is the way that Canvas is going to default to it, is you have your student name and you have your timestamp. But what it's going to do is it's going to group the attendance not by student name but by the date of attendance. So what that would make it difficult to do is go through and say when was the last date that a particular student attended class, or to look at one student and all of their attendances together. And of course this could be used for a number of reasons, but one of them might be at the end of the year for the return of unused financial aid. So in this case, what we want to do is just sort the fields differently so that we have all the names together with their timestamp and their attendance, as opposed to doing it by date. So I'm going to go to the Home button. I'm going to go over to Sort and Filter. I'm going to do a custom sort so that we can add a couple of fields here. All right, can't be that. Let's see. So I'm going to custom sort this, and you see that what we have is first it's going to ask us how we want to sort it by. So I want to sort it first by student name and leave it values in the order alphabetical is fine, although we could do reverse alphabetical if we chose to. And I think that would be okay for what we have here, but I'm going to go ahead and add another level, make sure that after it sorts it by name, it sorts it by timestamp, again by values, and A to Z here. We should leave it the earliest dates first. So I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now what it's done is if I open these a little bit, it has reorganized the students by their alphabetical name. Now it's still only going to do it by what's in that cell. So in this case, Abby Wright is going to become first, even though her last name is Wright. And Frank's would come first alphabetically by last name. So because this is first name, last name, it's going to organize it that way. But what we can still do is then go ahead and look and relatively easily see that this particular student was present, absent, present on these particular dates. And in the case of some of these students, like this one here, we can see that this student was present the 21st and the 23rd, but not the 25th. So that should make it a little bit easier at least to go through and see for a particular student what are they doing as far as attendance goes, and if a student was in attendance and then stopped attending class, it would be a lot easier to see, okay, well that student was present earlier and then all of a sudden they start becoming absent consistently. So I hope that helps, but if you have any questions about sorting the fields or any other organization of the Excel sheet, please let me know.